Releases are terrible, and if you're ever presented with a release in any situation, you should ask yourself what kind of negligent or terrible conduct are these people trying to do on a regular basis. However, if you or a loved one has signed a release, and if a loved one has passed away as a result of an injury after signing a release, there are ways to get around those releases. Most courts, certainly Iowa and Nebraska courts, enforce those releases. They're difficult to get around, but there are ways, especially if it involves signing a release on behalf of a minor, or if the conduct of the business or whoever asked you to sign that release, if their conduct is so egregious that the court won't allow the release to be enforced, then a claim can be brought even though the release was signed. Amusement parks or trampoline parks or any of those kinds of amusement facilities that have you sign releases before you go in and take part in the activity, generally those waivers are enforced even if I suffer or the injured person suffers a terrible injury or even a death. They are oftentimes enforced. The key to getting around them is to look beyond what the individual worker did and look at the policies and procedures of the facility to see if they were at all careful in the way they ran their business. And many times we find out that because they have the waiver, they're cutting corners and they're doing things both cheaply and unsafely and hiring unskilled people and not training them. And when that happens, courts are oftentimes convinced that the waiver shouldn't be enforced.